Ryan Reynolds, has seemingly done, right, is used his power and influence to not only help Blake Lively take over this movie, he's used it, on Deadpool to make fun of Justin Baldoni.
Oh, I'm Deadpool. And I guess you're a Deadpool too. But in here, everybody calls me Nice Pool. Oh my goodness, wait till you see Lady Pool. She is gorgeous. She just had a baby too and can't even tell. I don't think you're supposed to say that. That's okay. I identify as a feminist. Right.
Did a single joke just cost Ryan Reynolds his role as Deadpool? Insiders say Ryan Reynolds mocked Justin Baldoni's lawsuit against Blake Lively in Deadpool 3, and Marvel isn't having it. With Disney backing Baldoni, Reynolds has found himself facing major backlash, and some reports even suggest he's being pushed out of the MCU entirely. Let's dive right in, because this scandal is bigger than anyone expected. It all started with one joke, a line so controversial that Disney executives allegedly demanded its removal from Deadpool 3. Now, let's be real. Reynolds is known for his no-filter, say-anything comedic style. His entire career is built on pushing the boundaries of what's acceptable, whether it's trolling Hugh Jackman, roasting his own wife, or dropping savage fourth-wall-breaking jokes in Deadpool. But apparently this time, he poked the wrong bear. According to multiple sources, the joke in question wasn't just an off-the-cuff ad-lib, it was reportedly written into multiple drafts of the Deadpool 3 script, meaning this was 100% intentional.
I guess you've already met Mary Poppins, aka Dog Pool. Careful where you put your hand. She's 90% G-spot and she'll let you know it. You let this little flirt out of your sight for 1 second and she starts shopping for a new papa. If you can't be a responsible pet owner, then maybe you don't deserve this little unicorn. Guilty on all charges, Your Honor.
So, what exactly did Reynolds say that got him into hot water? Well, this is where things take a wild turn. The joke allegedly made direct reference to Justin Baldoni, who's currently at the center of a major Hollywood lawsuit involving none other than Blake Lively. If you haven't been keeping up, here's the short version. But trust me, there's nothing short about this level of behind-the-scenes chaos. Baldoni and Lively were co-producing the upcoming film, It Ends With Us, an adaptation of the best-selling Colleen Hoover novel. It was supposed to be a dream project for both of them. Blake Lively, an actress known for her carefully curated Hollywood image, was reportedly deeply invested in the movie, even taking an active role behind the camera. Meanwhile, Baldoni, who was both directing and co-producing, was expected to bring the story to life with his signature touch. But somewhere along the way, things fell apart spectacularly. Sources close to the production say the problem started early on, with creative clashes between Lively and Baldoni brewing behind the scenes. Blake allegedly felt pressured into creative decisions she didn't agree with, ones that she believed didn't align with the film's vision. Some reports even suggest that studio interference played a role, with higher-ups trying to shape the movie into something more commercially appealing, a move that reportedly didn't sit well with Lively. On the other side, Baldoni allegedly felt blindsided when Blake started pulling back from the project, distancing herself from certain production choices and ultimately changing her stance on the direction of the film.
It was about to premiere, and it was very suspect because Justin Baldoni was the one who first got the option for this book. He had been driving the production literally for years before they even started filming. He was very, very close to the project, and he was nowhere to be found.
And then everything exploded. The fallout wasn't just an ordinary Hollywood disagreement. It spiraled into a legal battle, a PR nightmare, and one of the most dramatic behind-the-scenes feuds in recent memory. Suddenly, Baldoni and Lively weren't just creative partners, they were adversaries, with lawyers, publicists, and high-powered executives all getting involved. Accusations flew on both sides, with rumors swirling that one of them was trying to take full control of the project while the other felt pushed out entirely. As if that wasn't messy enough, Disney reportedly got involved behind the scenes, quietly throwing their support behind Baldoni as he emerged as a rising Hollywood power player, a move that completely shifted the power dynamic.
More text messages. The unedited version of the text messages, they released audio recordings of Justin Baldoni talking to his family, talking to his team, saying that on the night of the It Ends With Us premiere, he was put in the basement. And again, this is the movie that he optioned.
And somehow, Ryan Reynolds got dragged into it all. Now, let's be clear, Reynolds wasn't even involved in the production of It Ends With Us. He had no official connection to the film, and yet, he managed to insert himself into the controversy in the most Ryan Reynolds way possible through a savage Deadpool joke. According to multiple sources, the Deadpool 3 joke in question was a not-so-subtle jab at Baldoni, one that directly referenced the ongoing legal dispute with Lively. The joke allegedly took shots at Baldoni's reputation investigation, hinting at his involvement in the behind-the-scenes turmoil and even mocking elements of the lawsuit itself. Now, at first glance, this might seem like classic Deadpool-style humor. After all, Deadpool is known for its brutal, self-aware jokes that roast everything from Hollywood scandals to real-life celebrity controversies. But here's the problem. This wasn't just any joke. This was a joke that directly attacked someone that Disney has a major interest in protecting, and Marvel execs weren't laughing.
Ryan Reynolds, has seemingly done, right, is used his power and influence to not only help Blake Lively take over this movie, but, he's used it, on Deadpool and to make fun of Justin Baldoni.
And there's a question about whether he was taking a shot at Justin. Here's the clip.
Sorry about that. Come here, girl. Who are you? Oh, I'm Deadpool. And I guess you're Deadpool too. But in here, everybody calls me Nice Pool. Oh my goodness, wait till you see Lady Pool. She is gorgeous. She just had a baby too, and can't even tell. I don't think you're supposed to say that. That's okay. I identify as a feminist, right?
If your wife is sexually harassed, you don't make fun of Justin Baldoni. You don't make fun of the situation.
But here's where things take an even wilder turn. Marvel and Disney didn't just tell Reynolds to cut the joke. According to insiders, they put him on notice, issuing a serious warning to tone things down. Marvel and Disney aren't playing around when it comes to protecting their brand, especially now that they're positioning Baldoni as one of Hollywood's next big power players. Unlike Ryan Reynolds, who has built his career on being the snarky, rule-breaking anti-hero of Hollywood, Justin Baldoni is being carefully molded into a more traditional, family-friendly director. Disney, a studio known for carefully curating its public image, reportedly sees Baldoni as a valuable asset, someone who can churn out safe, commercially successful projects that fit within Disney's ever-expanding empire. And that's why this joke wasn't just a joke. It was a direct shot at someone Disney is actively investing in. The moment Ryan Reynolds took aim at Justin Baldoni, he wasn't just roasting another celebrity, he was stepping on the toes of powerful industry figures who have a vested interest in keeping Baldoni's reputation spotless. And in Hollywood, that kind of mistake doesn't go unpunished.
Is that if your wife is sexually harassed, you don't make fun of Justin Baldoni. You don't make fun of the situation. You take it very seriously. You file HR complaints. You raise the issue, and you follow a legal process. What you don't do is mock the person and turn it into a joke.
According to sources, the backlash behind the scenes was immediate. Disney executives reportedly demanded the joke be cut from Deadpool 3 and issued a stern warning to Reynolds that he was playing with fire. But here's the thing, Reynolds isn't exactly known for backing down from a fight. If anything, he thrives on controversy. And that's where things get really interesting. Some insiders claim that Reynolds is refusing to go down without a fight. He's allegedly pushing back against Marvel's censorship, arguing that if Deadpool 3 is going to work, it needs to maintain its signature, no-holds-barred humor. He knows that fans expect Deadpool to be savage, unfiltered, and willing to cross the line, and if Marvel starts watering it down, it could destroy everything that made the franchise special in the first place. But this isn't just about one joke. Behind the scenes, there's a much bigger power struggle happening. Ryan Reynolds has always been the driving force behind Deadpool's success. He personally fought for years to get the first movie made, leaked test footage to get the studio on board, and has been hands-on in every step of Deadpool's development. But now, insiders claim that Marvel is slowly pushing him out of the decision-making process. Sources suggest that Disney execs aren't comfortable with Reynolds having so much control, especially when they're trying to reshape Deadpool's tone to fit into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And if that means limiting Reynolds' influence, so be it.
There's no question it relates to Justin. I mean, anybody that can watch that, the hair bun, the comment about the pregnancy. I mean, it's pretty obvious what's being done. But again, like if somebody is seriously sexually harassed, you don't make fun of it. It's a serious issue.
The problem is, Ryan Reynolds isn't just going to sit back and let that happen. This isn't just another corporate dispute or a minor creative disagreement. Reports from multiple sources indicate that Reynolds is furious about the changes being made to Deadpool 3. Unlike past instances where he's played along with studio interference while still managing to sneak in his signature style, this time, it seems like Disney and Marvel are laying down the law in a way he hasn't experienced before. Insiders claim that Marvel executives are pushing for a version of Deadpool that fits neatly into into the MCU mold, one that tones down the raunchy humor, minimizes the ultra-violence, and dials back on the fourth wall-breaking antics that have made Deadpool so iconic. In response, Reynolds is fighting to preserve his original vision, allegedly pushing for a cut of the movie that stays true to the character. And here's where things take a more dramatic turn. There's growing speculation that Reynolds might actually be willing to walk away from Marvel entirely if the studio doesn't budge. That might sound extreme, but if you really think about it, it's not that far-fetched. Reynolds has already made a fortune off the Deadpool franchise, and while his MCU debut in Deadpool 3 was supposed to be a game-changing moment for both the character and the entire Marvel universe, if he feels like the studio is killing what made Deadpool special, does he really have a reason to stay?
Well, it's not every day the mother-in-law of the leading lady gets to interview the love interest, and the man trying to replace my sweet little gummy bear, Ryan. Let's dive in, shall we? I don't feel very comfortable asking this question.
Nope, I got it. I'll get it. Here, I can do that. Here, you're not gonna read it? I will then. Okay, thank you very much. That's the one. It says Ryan would love to have a new dad to have a catch. And I think he could really use a man in his life. Hugh is no spring chicken anymore. Blink once for yes, or blink once for I'd love to be your new dad. He blinked.
For Reynolds, Deadpool isn't just another paycheck. This is the character that revitalized his career, proving that he wasn't just some rom-com actor or a guy who could only thrive in big-budget failures like Green Lantern. He fought tooth and nail to bring Deadpool to life, from leaking test footage that forced Fox's hand into greenlighting the first film to personally overseeing nearly every major creative decision in the franchise. He's not just an actor playing a role, he's Deadpool's biggest champion. And now, for the first time since he started this journey, it looks like the studio is taking the franchise out of his hands. Which brings us to the million-dollar question. Could Ryan Reynolds actually leave the role of Deadpool? Right now, it sounds unthinkable. But remember, Hugh Jackman once said he was done playing Wolverine, and here we are. If Reynolds walks away, who takes over? Let's be real, nobody does Deadpool like Ryan. At the same time, if Marvel refuses to budge, does Reynolds even have a choice? Would he really want to stick around for a watered-down PG-13 version of the character he spent a decade perfecting? That might be worse than leaving. Let me know in the comments. Is Disney ruining Deadpool? Or did Ryan Reynolds take things too far this time? And before you go, make sure to smash that like button like you're breaking the fourth wall yourself, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next twist in this Hollywood battle. Because trust me, this story is far from over.